Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, The Urban Woman Tarot and Oracle. It might be Oracle and Tarot. So welcome, all are welcome here. Sorry, I'm taking my shawl off real quick. And good, there's a commercial on. Okay, so at this time, I'm going to do a tarot reading. We're just going to see what you need to know at this time, or what's going on, whatever questions and or advice you have. I would go ahead and start thinking about those. And if you would like to make a donation, because I don't do personal readings, my Cash App information is below. If you don't want to make a donation, which is fine, then give the video a thumbs up or leave some feedback, what you thought, if it resonated, if you have any advice for myself or questions regarding the reading or the cards, and I guess that might be it. So let's get started. Just so you know, I do have I don't have a farm, but everyone wants to say I have a farm. But so anyways, with that being said, you could possibly hear my chickens in a little while when they come by. So if you can, sometimes there's transfer trucks, dump trucks coming by. Sometimes there's tractors coming down the road. I do have dogs and a cat. Sometimes the dogs bark. So, but I do a pretty good job of keeping all of these things under wraps, with the exception of my chickens. So just, I take it when they start coming by, talking, I take that as extra confirmation behind what I'm saying. So if you do hear them, then pay extra attention to what's being said in the message, because I'm just the messenger. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards. So I'm going to use my beloved first tarot deck ever. I've had this tarot deck probably for about 8 years, I think. I think I got this in like 2012 or 2011. So, I think 2012. But anyway, somewhere around in there, and it was my first deck. So I'm going to use that one. And then, so I'm going to do the tarot reading with the tarot deck. And then if there's something to clarify, I will use the good old Kipper deck and clarify that. Alright, let's get started. Alright, Rider-Waite. I'm looking for 10 cards for a Celtic cross spread reading. What messages do you have for the collective at this time? So I've already had flippers, or flyers. They're flyers. I don't really take flyers. So, I thought of this card before I even did the reading today. I thought of this card earlier. So there is something that on the material plane now, even though, I say material plane, this can also be emotional as well, because look at the waves. The ocean's a hot mess back there. So water's all about emotions. Plus, too, there are relationships that you can invest into. So that you could be up in the air about a relationship. You could be up in the air about a job, up in the air about some situation in your life, your money, making changes, strategizing. And it looks like whatever this here is, you've been getting good positive messages for it. There is some type of good news coming in about the whatever it is that you are up in the air about, and maybe that's why you're up in the air about it. And it could be something new, so you're not quite yet sure. Okay? This is like new territory, something you have just started embarking on, maybe within the past week, maybe within the past 2 months. You could be charting new territory here. So you're up in the air right now with like your finances, how everything's going to work out, financial, like with your money, maybe even like your scheduling, who you're going to be able to see or hang out with. So I would say that this reading is somehow going to be tied into or geared around that. So it looks like you may have been given some type of offer. That offer could be the thing that kept you from walking away, or you got an offer from something that helped you move away from a negative situation. You could have gotten an offer that really pissed you off, that you weren't happy with. Yep, you feel like whatever it was, you feel like you got done wrong, you got stabbed in the back. Any type of way you tried to go at it, it just wasn't working out. And you were disappointed. There could have been some words said, some negative thoughts about it, and it could have made you a little bitter and like have to get down on your grind. Put you in boss mode. And, you know, I would even push it to say boss bitch mode. I don't know why I hit that so many times. Oh. All right. Okay. So, I will say this, because now we have all those cards that I saw at the bottom of the deck as I was shuffling. That Queen of Swords, Eight of Wands, Two of Pentacles, and the reverse Ten of Swords. So, really, and so you're going to see them over here, except for you can't really see the Queen of Wands, but there she is, okay? So, really, you've had to make some, I think, tough and, you know, probably hard decisions here recently, especially within the past 30 days. There has been a lot of changes, a lot of communication, a lot of things happening at one time, okay? You have been trying to, like, juggle, manage it. That also means, like, managing yourself, keeping yourself, like, whole during this whole time. You have been stabbed in the back, wronged, all those not so good things, those have been happening to you in the background. So regardless of what you've had going on, you have already endured the worst of it, okay? So I would say confidently now that the worst of it is behind you, okay? The worst of it is said, done, and over with, because now we have the Ten of Swords in reverse, which means you can start to heal now, okay? Whereas before, this was mentally breaking you down. You felt like you were betrayed by whatever was going on around you. This could have made you feel like a failure. It could make you, especially with this Queen of Swords up here, start looking at people and things and objects in your life with, you know, okay, so they say, for example, they say that people that have styes or get styes, you get them because you're looking at people angrily. Like, you're looking at them mad. Mad, jealous, envious, hateful, spiteful. It's because you are looking at that person with angry eyes that will cause you to have a sty. So if you ever see someone that has a sty, then know that, especially if that's someone you've been around for a minute and you're doing good in your life, that could be a true sign to say, hey, you know, you've got someone hating on you. But anyways, so getting back to the reading, whatever this is, this situation has probably, I would say probably, forced you to be supportive of your own self empathetic towards your own self, protective of your own energy. Like, you've been mentally encouraging yourself, pushing yourself, striving to be independent throughout this whole situation. Okay? You have been your own and your best cheerleader through whatever this situation here is that's caused this Ten of Swords in reverse. So, that's mental breakdown, betrayal, failure, having enemies, financial ruin. Okay? But that's over with now. Now that it's in reverse, now you're able to find new ways to cope with whatever the heck's been going on. Okay? It could be, too, that because you've been over here in this balance of, weighing out your options and the things coming at you, that you have somehow taught yourself perseverance, or you've found it or discovered perseverance, because, now you're able to rise above your situation. That reminds me a lot of like an eagle or a hawk saying, perspective, rise above, look at, the larger picture, and not be so narrow focused on the bullshit, which would, be from this card. But thankfully, like I said, with this card in reverse here, you could be managing, there could be a lot of different things coming at you, especially if you've got your home, your love life, your kids, work, and then you've got like things and all these different things coming at you 3 different ways to Sunday, and a lot of it is mental and emotional, because as us women, boy, I'm definitely talking to a woman here, okay? Now, if you're a guy watching this, then this reading is about a woman that you are dealing with, okay? She is going through a lot, but she's now I will say, in the past, she might have been real down and depressed and on herself, because we do have the Sun over here in reverse. So this is about, lost hope, depression. It's still a good card, even if it's in reverse, but somebody here has been depressed, and I think it's because of how the past events have been going down, probably within like the past 2 months. It's so ironic how I can relate to this reading. So, anyways. Alright. Right now, you've had some type of breakthrough, something, and I would say that this is within yourself, okay? This is you. I don't know what you've been doing, but you've been doing good. You've been doing it well. Keep going, okay? Keep going, because you've been through something. It had you stressed, depressed, and exhausted. But somewhere along the way, there has been this deep inner strength in you. You may not even know where the hell this strength even came from. You might look back and think about things, or look back on the past things that happened and be like, I don't even know how I got through that. I don't even know how I handled that. And then you start thinking about and looking at how you handled it, and you're like, holy cow, boy, I handled that well. I don't know how I did that, but I did it. Okay? I have to give myself props. I have to give myself credit. Something like that. And if you're not quite there yet, then you need to start looking at those things within you, those qualities, because they're definitely here. You have some sort of deep inner strength. I'm sure you don't even know where it comes from. I couldn't even tell you where it comes from, because when that part of me ignites, I don't know where it comes from either. Sometimes it leaves me flabbergasted. That's one of my favorite words. It leaves me flabbergasted, okay? I just have to roll with it. But yes, like in the past, could be 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, you have been really depressed about something and at a loss. This could be that Mercury retrograde energy. This could be Pluto in Capricorn energy. I think we had Uranus retrograde not too long ago. And it seems like something else. Saturn was retrograde not too long ago. I mean, they're all back, straight now. But something happened in the past that caused you a lot of depression and lost hope and sadness, like not being happy with, your circumstances, with where you were in life, whatever. You name it. It had you down and out. But now, thankfully, right now, you have, something has shifted, okay? And it could be because we have this King of Pentacles in reverse as the challenge. Now, I will say this, okay? Although this is a king, this could be geared around a man. This could be a boss, a father. This could be a husband. It's either one of those, okay? You could have been depressed, sad, and in and out because of some man over here not investing wisely within you or your skill set. Especially if this is around a job. If this is around your job, then, plug this in now. This is either your job, your ex, your husband, this some man, okay? So, they were not investing wisely into the relationship that they had established with you. Now, and when I say relationship, this could be the job. This is your boss. He hired you to do a job, and it's almost like the job is awful. It ain't even like what you thought it was going to be. It could be where, like this, it ain't even what they said, because this is the swords. That's communication and thoughts. It ain't even what they told you it was going to be, because that's my situation right there. It is not what I was told it was going to be. So, and then it's like, here I am putting up with something that ain't even what I supposedly signed up for. And it's like the boss has a damn attitude, always getting short with you, don't want to communicate, wants to act snippy. And it's like, you got a lot of balls talking to me and giving me this shit when you can't even hold up on your own word. Anyways, let me simmer it down. Okay, so you know what I'm saying, you see what I'm saying, hopefully. But something has shifted within yourself. I think you had a moment, either with the energy shifts, Pluto moving its ass, thankfully, into Aquarius, because that's supposed to bring, which happened on the 20th, it's supposed to bring better days, okay? A change, and like all across the world. So for everybody, okay? Now, I can't just say for everybody, because a lot of these planetary shifts, they do affect certain signs in a bad way. Like, we all get our time. We all have our time coming. Because I'm telling you, boy, these planets, when they change and they go retrograde and stuff, like, we all have our time. It's unavoidable. It's how we learn lessons. So, anyways, but thankfully there's a shift for a lot of us, okay? A lot of good shifts, because something here, because of what you're going through, I feel like you have ascended or matured some way mentally. So it's put you in this Queen of Swords energy, where you are now objectively thinking and deciphering and determining for yourself what's good for you and what's not. Like, this Queen of Swords could have really helped you look at whoever this masculine is over here that you're dealing with and been like, you know what? I'm wasting my mother effing time dealing with you. Like, you cause me the most stress and chaos out of any effing body in my life. Like, your ass has got to go. Like, I'm done dealing with this bullshit. And as my mother would say, this rigmarole. Okay? Now, if that's the case, then you have some way, shape, or form avoided a tower moment with this situation. So I feel like because of the shadiness or the lying, the deceit, the trickery that went on from whoever this King of Pentacles is in reverse, whatever that may be for you right there, because your mind has spotted it. You've either seen it was coming, known it was coming. Something showed you that right now shit was going all to hell. Something revealed that to you. Because yes, so something revealed that to you. But I would say, because of this Queen of Swords and this Ten of Swords in reverse, now it's like, because this is being resistant to change, delaying what is inevitable, and avoiding tragedy. So now keep in mind, if this was upright, this is like an intense and sudden change. This is a painful loss, the release of having to let something go. It's a tragedy, okay? It's not as bad now, thankfully, that it's in reverse, because you know now and saw where this happened. So now that you know and you see it for what it is, now you are, things have to change, because now the whole situation's changed. Even you have changed. You're not the same person you were before this happened. So now it's like, okay, now you got to make changes, but it could be resistant, of not wanting to make changes just yet, or delaying it some way, shape, or form. And it could be, you're trying to avoid, chaos or destruction right now. So you could be, this is one of my, one of the qualities I love about myself and give myself a lot of credit for, okay? Don't hate the player, hate the game, okay? But as one player to another, okay? Sometimes in my life, and, I'm also telling you this, you have to know when to joke, when to jive, when to sit the fuck down, and when to shut the fuck up. Okay? I got a big mouth. I get my mouth from my mama and my attitude from my daddy. Okay? I don't know if that's a good combination or not. So I know that there are times that I have to reel myself in real good, because shit can happen, and I'm gonna tell you, like, it's costs too much to get in trouble this day and time. So, anyways, that's speaking from someone who's, I've been off probation now, I think, for a year. I think this last October was 1 year. I finally got off probation. Thank the Lord, boy. Everything for me went back to normal, I think, in October. I finally got clear, so I'm out of the clear now. Let me tell you, I don't want to get back in trouble again. So I try to avoid, or not necessarily avoid, but, I can sight it, I can see it. Like, yep, that's asking for trouble right there, so I'm going to go this direction, okay? I just try to stay a little low-key in certain things. So you could be low-key. And you see, you're aware. So you are low-key. Either you're doing something here. Either you are trying to lay low a minute to see how things are going to play out. You're trying to avoid something right now because you quite don't just yet have all the answers. So you are kind of just going with the flow right now, allowing things to fall into place, or you are going with the flow to allow yourself to get adjusted and acclimated to the new energies now, or this newfound awareness, or this change. I mean, you could have gone through, there is some form of shift, I will say, within yourself here at this moment, for sure, okay? There is, because you're right here at the center as this star. That's Aquarius energy. We're now in Aquarius season, and we just had Pluto go into Aquarius, and this is all about like innovative ways of thinking and like technology, making advancements. Like, I heard one astrologer say that if you wanted to start a side hustle or turn a side hustle or a project into a business, right now would be the time to start it and do it, because of Pluto going into Aquarius. So you are the star here. Now, you might happen to tell yourself to lay low a little bit and kind of, because I'm sure that you are noticing there's a lot of eyes on you at the moment. You are the center of attention in this dynamic. You got a lot of people around you that work with you, that look up to you, that see that there's some change that has gone down within you, and like you're radiating some type of whatever this shift is. Okay? So, as we move into, right now, if you're not feeling this just at this moment, then you need to sit back and know it's coming. Because it's here. It's right here. Okay? You are the star. You should be looking good, feeling good, especially if you just came out of a depression. Especially if you just came out of a dark, trying time in your life, which could have went on for a month or two. Okay? So, the worst is behind you. The worst is now over with. There's healing that can go down. Now there's healing. There's restoration. There's comeback. Let me tell you, that's the thing that gets me through, gets me by, and helps get me through tower moments. Even a dark night of the soul. Because I know that even though I'm going through some shit, I know my comeback game is strong. Okay? I love my comeback game. When I start playing Formation by Beyonce, you best to believe that I'm on my comeback. So, and just how that song is, that is straight up my attitude. Okay? So, right now, you're in this energy, or this shift. People are noticing this change and shift within you. They're going to be watching you. You're going to be like the center front, so pay attention to that, because, all eyes on you, but it's also, too, like, how are you going to handle all this newfound attention or these people watching you? And I would say, because of this Queen of Swords energy over here, you're smart enough to see and to acknowledge and to be aware of that in the back of your mind that people are watching you and they're taking notes. You are inspiring others. So, they say, well, not they, but, Uncle... Man, what the heck is his name? I keep wanting to say Uncle Sam. I know it's not Uncle Sam. It's Uncle Ben, okay? Spider-Man's Uncle Ben. Like he says, with great power comes great responsibility. So know that you're the star here, and with that comes great power, and with that comes great responsibility. So you have to be responsible with the power that you carry and that you hold right now. Remember that always, okay? Remember that always. That's why you need to be impeccable with your word, impeccable with your deed, impeccable with your actions, okay? You will reap what you sow. So you want to make sure you are sowing with the best intentions, because you're at the center of all of this, and the show is on you. Now, I'm going to say within the next 3 days to 3 weeks to 3 months, you are going to be, I'm going to say, disconnecting and cutting out something, okay? Now, this is, of course, let me check real quick, because I always, okay. So, this card can mean disbalance, one-sidedness, disharmony, and self-love. Okay? So with that being said, whatever you've been through over here on this side of the table, okay? When you get over here, you're going to be one-sided for sure. Okay? Because you're going to be focused upon yourself and what works best for you. Okay? Now, this could also, too, be like, let me think how I want to say this one. you know, this, I will say that this is really about choices in your life. So you could be really looking at all the things going on in your life. You've got trust issues and conflict, inner conflict from all this bullshit you've been enduring, okay? So you're going to be detaching from something. Now that could be you looking at this job and being like, you know, especially with this boss over here or whoever this man is, and being like, you know what? I see it already. Yep. And being like, you know what? I've had enough of this shit. I'm done. I'm out. So I feel like that's the energy come the next 3 days to 3 weeks to 3 months. And I definitely, I'm going to say this. Now, for maybe 25% of you, this is a relationship, okay? Like, I guess I'm going to say it like a partner, a boyfriend, girlfriend, or a husband or wife, okay? And then for, I think about 25% of you, this is about your boss man, your job, okay? Now, and then the others of you, this is about some authority figure in your life, the main predominant male that's in your life. Whether or not, like if this has been a job or a boss, you know, this could be someone that I don't feel like the timing here is irrelevant. So for me, for example, with this being my boss, because in this situation of the cards for myself, this is my boss. I've only known him 2 months. So, you know, this could be something that you've known this person 2 months, you've known this person 2 years, you could know this person, you know, I don't think the timing of how long you've known this person is really irrelevant. So I don't want you to be like, well, this is like, but I just met this person. You know, the timing and how long you've known them does not matter. What matters is that this is someone who may have told you one thing and then it turned out to be another thing. And then whatever that other thing is, they were an asshole about it. A dick, okay? A prude, an ass, whatever, okay? That's what this is around. Like, whoever this is, you don't have... So see, and this too, because we've got this 6 of Cups here, like, that's a breakup or a disconnect. You've got disconnect here with this card. So you don't have good memories or good thoughts or good emotions when it comes to whatever the situation is. Whether this is, you know, your boss, your husband, your boyfriend, your uncle, your toxic family uncle. Maybe you had to work with your uncle some way, shape, or form. Like, let's say, for example, you wanted to redo your screened-in sunroom. Well, your uncle was like, well, I'll do it for you. And you know you were going to be able to pay him, like, dirt cheap, and it'd be good work. And then all of a sudden, you find out it's almost like the daggone screened-in porch ain't getting screened in like what he said, and he's being an ass about it and being a dick to you. When you're like, I'm not even the one that fucked this up, dude. You are. Why are you being an ass about it? Now, because you have recognized, because you have spotted it, you have narrowed it down, this is the issue. I cut this out. I got rid of it. So I feel like you are at this point, you have not cut this out yet, but you are going to. The cutting out, so this is something you are very much dealing with on a regular basis. You're going to be cutting it out. For sure. But I think before you cut it out, you're going to be looking at your options. You're going to be seeing what else is out there, and you're going to be seeing what, once you cut this out, you're going to have something to fill its space. Whatever you are choosing to fill its space is going to be awesome. Because you end with the 10 of Pentacles. You are hoping that there is some way, shape, or form, reciprocity in this situation. Because whatever this is, I feel like it has probably taken a hit on your finances. And you've probably been like robbing Peter just to pay Paul out here. And I'm sure that you've got fears. Like, I'm hope that I'm able to make this back or recoup from this bullshit that's happened here in my life. I know I am. Because, I mean, honestly, like, my boss, I'm not getting the hours I was promised. I'm not even doing the job I was told I was going to be doing. And it's like, I'm over here getting a paycheck like this. Like, I'm not even happy doing this job because it's not what I wanted to do. You know? It's something that I said I wanted to quit doing, and here I am doing it still. I don't want to do this. I want to do what I was hired to do, and I'm not. So, therefore, you know, it's costing me money. Because I'm not making the money that I was supposed to be making or thought I was going to be making. So now it's like, you know, I'm sure you can relate to that some way, shape, or form within this reading. But there are a lot of options out there before you right now if you start looking. Okay? But you got to keep in mind that you have to take action. Now, if you're like me, because I'm one of those where I believe everything is energy. I believe in quantum physics and universal law and shit and whatever, okay? And all that. So I understand energy and how it works. Now for me, I have been feeling like I've been in somewhat like a dark night of the soul for a few months now, okay? So with that, you know, I'm kind of like testing the waters on changes that I'm trying to implement, you know, but because I've been in this kind of fucked up energy over here, you know, you got to be real careful. You got to tiptoe sometimes. You got to be careful, especially when you got like things coming at you all at one time, like this daggone, you know, stabbing in the back here. Like this stabbed in the back, we done been stabbed in the back so much, it's almost like our back probably feels like a porcupine, because that's dang sure what he looked like. So now it's like, okay, I gotta take these swords. Like I've taken the pain. I'm good now. Okay, there's been this healing, this shift within myself. I got it. Now I gotta pull these swords out. I gotta lick my wounds, and I gotta heal from this. And you know, it's in that time where I feel like on that comeback, it's like, you know, you're testing the waters. You got 1 foot in the water, 1 foot out. You know, you are striving for balance between, you know, the old and the new. You are striving for balance between the dark and the light. And you could be in this moment in both worlds, 1 foot in the other. Like you've almost gotten to the point where you can take your foot out of the dark and put both feet and stand firmly into the light. But we're not quite there yet, okay? Not there just yet, but I would definitely say we are halfway. The worst of it's behind us, so it's done and over with. Or it's said and done and over with, okay? Now it's like, okay, how can we pick ourselves up and now move forward? So that's what you're doing. There is a lot of options and opportunities being presented to you, so make sure that you are watching and paying attention to those. Now, keep in mind that even gold looks like fool's gold. And they say that that's supposed to be in this card somewhere. Maybe it's right there with all those gems and shit, okay? Because I tell you, I love, I was about to say Scorpios. I was about to say Scorpios. Don't ask me why. Lord, I love sapphires, emeralds, and rubies, okay? I love them. But that don't mean I'm going to go buy them, okay? So it's almost like, you know, you have to watch for, like, you know, this thing right here, it's a person, but, like, they're covered up. So you could be asking for a person, a type of person, but what you could be getting is something completely different. You don't know. So just remember that where one door closes, another. I've even been hearing Barbara O'Neill talk about where one door closes, 2 more open. Okay? So just know that. Maybe get in that mentality, that mind frame. I'd never heard it worded like that before. I always heard where one door closes, another door opens. And I heard her yesterday, and she geared it around the Bible. But she said yesterday that where one door closes, two more open. So I'm going to start looking at it like that. But anyway, but just know that just because the door is there doesn't mean you have to knock or open it. Or you have to accept it. Okay? So make sure that you work with yourself in that manner of objectively, because we've got this Queen of Swords over here, objectively looking at the opportunities that are presenting themselves. Because you don't want to take an opportunity and get in the same bullshit you just came out of. So there are hopes and fears around, you being able to recover from this. And I think that you will, because we've got the Ten of Pentacles up here. Like, you have to be able to recover from this with that Ten of Pentacles. I mean, that's the ultimate, achievement right there. Especially when it comes to, if you had gotten behind financially, then that right there is meaning that you're going to get caught up financially. You're going to have the money. You're going to be getting stuff paid. You will be able to get your bills paid, get everything caught up. And I would say, because of being the Ten of Pentacles, you will get your shit paid and caught up and still have extra left over. So, this is inheritance. This is money coming in. One of my friends on here, Melanie, I got your comment. Let me tell you that, yes, girl, when that tax money comes in, Lord Jesus, yes. I'm so looking forward to that tax money coming in, girl. Woo! I'm right there with you. So, this is like a windfall of abundance. Inheritance, affluence, good family, tradition, good life, strong foundation. So whatever decisions you decide to disconnect from over here, you could, because I feel like you're going to walk away from this job. But I will tell you, I also feel like because of this card, you will find another job before you leave this job. Okay? And I found another job, and me over here talking about how where one door closes, two more opens, I feel like I'm going to find another job, and then when I get that job, that's when I'm going to walk away from this job. If you feel me. Okay? So, let me cut the deck real quick. Yes, the Three of Wands. So, I just cut the deck to the Three of Wands. That is all about your ships coming in. You're on the hill, you can see it in the horizon. It ain't here yet, but it's on the horizon. It's coming. And that reminds me of the card that's in this deck, this Horizons. Same card, which has the 3 to 6. So for me, that's 3 to 6 weeks, or 3 to 6 months, or 3 to 6 days. So something for sure is coming. You know it's there. You can see it. You feel it. Even if you, I would say energetically, you may feel like you have reached the plateau and now you're waiting for all your stuff to come in. That's, that energy, okay? So that's the outcome. This is about toward the end of next month. So within the next 30 days, you're going to be cutting some shit out, replacing it with better options, because we go from the 6 to the 7. It's also, reversed, this mirrored right here, okay? Very much mirroring right here. But I will say, too, whatever you experience here, look, there's that 10 right there. That 10 of Pentacles. It is right there. So what I will say about this, because I got this looking at all three of these. This situation, whatever it may be, take the lessons that you learned from this situation. Because something about it taught you something. There was some type of learning, a lesson in it, some way, shape, or form. Okay? And just know that your choices have consequence, because that's here. So make sure you choose wisely. You may have thought you chose wisely with this option, but you may have chosen it maybe out of ego, and so could have been in the time frame, the timing, the time air, October we had damn solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, I chose this job in that eclipse energy, and obviously, you know, that was catastrophic or something, because, you know, the energies of it have been like crazy. So maybe that eclipse was not, it wasn't wise to make that decision during the eclipse season. I'm not sure. It could be that eclipse season, you know, you got to be careful with the things that you choose. But anyways, so now you're able to look back and see and gain something from this experience. Whatever it was you went through, you were able to gain something, and know that with every choice, there is either a learning experience, a consequence, or something from it. Alright, so let me see. I'm going to start to clarify now. So if you want to stick around for the clarification, feel free. If not, then, you know, you can stop here and come back for later. This might be like the next 10 more minutes of clarifying. So, however you wish. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the video, to my channel, and give the video a thumbs up if it resonated. Please also feel free to leave feedback and let me know how this resonated. Alright, Kipper Deck, what messages do you have for the collective at this time? What messages do you have for the collective at this time? You know, I say that, and then here is Pat Benatar with Love is a Battlefield. Okay. I want to see, what is this reversed tower here? What is this reversed tower? Yep, you were in despair about how something worked out, and it's got to do with this man. Whoever this man is, alright, so whoever this man is, they are a significant person in your life. They hold stature, because this is them, okay? They're like an official person. They could wear a uniform, whether it be military, police, firefighter, or whether it's, you know, they have a name tag or a name badge, or they're the general manager or the store manager, okay? Any way, shape, or form like that, okay? So this person, and I would say they're a little bit older, they're mature, they've definitely got some gray hairs if they're not already completely gray-headed. So this, who you're dealing with, is older and has gray hair. Now, whatever has went on between the two of you, this person may have made you feel childish or stupid, or like inexperienced, like naive. Maybe you didn't know what you were talking about. They could have talked to you in a manner or treated you in a way that made you feel like that, okay? This person definitely breadcrumbed you and didn't give you all the details or tell you everything. I think there was something hidden from you within this dynamic. What is this Lovers here? What is this Lovers in reverse? Look, there they are again. Okay. There's someone here, some type of man who's wealthy, who's got stature, who has money. Now, this man that I'm talking about that has money and stature, that man is not this man, and this man is not gray-headed, okay? He's not as old. He's like, this man right here is at least like almost 50 or older. Now, this man that I'm talking about over here, he's probably 30 to 40. He's got money. He's got a great job. I think that he is going to come in and help you out financially and give you a helping hand, give you some money. I think that he has been thinking about you and your circumstances and what you've been going through. And I think that within the next that 3 and 6 now, 3 to 6, whether that's 3 to 6 days, 3 to 6 weeks, 3 to 6 months, I think that person is going to come forward and try to help you with this situation. Like, they're thinking about it. They're watching how this is playing out, and they're seeing the toll it's having on you, the effect it's having, and I think that they're thinking about it, and something here that the universe is working on your behalf. There's a pathway opening up.
There's a pathway opening up that's going to take you into a higher honor. Whether that be a higher honor position, a higher job, a better job. But this too is also like elevating you in status, your stature. So this could be, so therefore if that happens, it has to elevate you in your bank account as well. So there's an elevation in your bank account coming here, and look, and there's that 10 of Pentacles. So there's an elevation in your class, in your status, something around money that's coming. So it could be the thing that helps you to disconnect and to walk away from. Yes, it's so you expect, you know this is coming. You've already made up your mind that you're going to leave or break up or leave this job, something, and quit dealing with this man. You're going to do that here within the next 3 to 6 weeks, 3 to 6 months, 3 to 6, whatever, okay? So it's coming. Alright, so what is this 6 of Cups here in reverse? What extra messages do you have around the 6 of Cups here in reverse? Look, there's that high honor. I'm telling you, like, there's definitely an elevation some way, shape, or form. It's on the horizons. Remember I talked about this card in the beginning? There it is, distant horizons. There's something coming in with you that is going to elevate your ass. It's going to catapult you out of this scenario that's caused you this 10 of Swords moment. Okay, whatever happened, whether it's like a 2-month funk, because for me that's what it is, a 2-month funk. So there's something, and I would say it's geared around this wealthy man, the one that I said was the different one, who's like 30 to 40-ish. Okay, I think they're involved with whatever this is. It's going to catapult your ass into a higher class or higher stature within yourself. Like, there is definitely movement. You might even be going on a trip with this person somewhere, because there's journey. There's change. You could be going back and forth to their house, to your house, spending time in their house, their living room, their like family room. Whereas, you're having to neglect yours because you're going to be in theirs, and then they're coming to yours, so they're neglecting theirs because they're at yours. Now, you could feel like, yes. So anyways, yep, and then that house card came out again. So there's going to be a lot of changing, going back and forth, and elevation in your home and your money to elevate your home, your legacy. What is this 7 of Cups over here? What can you tell me about this 7 of Cups? That distant horizons. So just know that something's coming in for you that's going to help you out a lot. Okay? But remember, when I got to this card and talked about all the stuff about these cups, you got to choose wisely. Make sure you want to make sure you choose the right thing. Okay? So let me tell you, if you have been out here working your ass off and you feel like you've been getting paid pennies and nickels, that is coming to an end. Because some type of help is on the way. It's coming in. Stay vigilant and stay strong. Yep. There's help with the man here coming in. Now, whether this is your boyfriend or it's not the boss man, I will say that. Okay? It's not the gray-haired person. It's the other person. The one that's like 30 to 40-ish. I mean, they could even be 45 or 48. It's like they're not completely gray-headed. They could have a few grays, but this one over here that you've been in outs with, this man, this one's gray-headed, like completely. Okay, what can you tell us about this Ten of Pentacles here? All right. Okay, so you may be sitting down with this wealthy man, okay, the one I said was young, the younger one. You could be sitting down with them talking about either your finances or what you need help with. So when that happens, you need to make sure that, because this person's going to be watching you for your every make and move and your word to see how they can play the situation to their advantage. You also need to be doing the same thing to see how you can play this situation or scenario to your advantage, okay? So just know that when you sit down and have a conversation with this man, and he especially starts asking you and talking to you about your finances and what you've fell short on because of this little mishap, you need to be truthful and honest and upfront. And make sure that you get what you're, or make sure that you are being honest when you are talking about, don't be scared because you're like, I've done this before where it's like, I'm embarrassed to say, I can't afford groceries this week. I had to tell my man that one time, like, it embarrasses me to say that I can't afford groceries this week. And, he's like, I get that. I could see that. But I'm glad you told me. I'll send you some money for groceries. And I'm like, thank you. So, situations like that, don't let pride and ego get in the way. So there's definitely a conversation with someone that is mature, that, because you are definitely on his mind with, especially if, I know you carry yourself very well. You have to, because it was in the cards. And it's like, whatever you've been through right here, it's almost taken you down to a poverty level, a poverty mindset, to where you're like, I could lose my car, I could lose my house. Like, it's bad. Like, I have financially, you probably, especially if you had a savings, you don't have one no more. You've already gone through it. Because you've had more money going out than you have coming in. That's what this is here. So I feel like because of this Ten of Pentacles, that this toil and labor shit, because the 10 is like at the finish line. Like it's said, done and over with. So I feel like 8, 9, 10, 11. I feel like this has finally reached a culmination and it's going to be put to bed. It's over with. There's no more toil and laboring. Or, because it's here, you're going to be financially set regardless. Okay? Or you are out here working 2 or 3 jobs to be able to achieve this. And that very well could be what it is. Because I'm going to tell you, I have 2 jobs now. I'm hoping to get a 3rd job. Because when I get that 3rd job, this other job, I'm kicking it to the curb with this man. Okay? But by the time that happens, I'm also going to have to, I will be starting back my side hustle business of making soap. So I technically will be working 3 jobs. So I'm out here working my butt off. But you know what? The money's coming in and everything's paid. The bills are paid and I got extra money. So, I can save for a rainy day. Because in case this shit right here ever happens again, I'll be okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is all that I have for you. I hope this reading resonated, helps you out some way, shape, or form. If you feel like, this is a good reading and it definitely resonated and helped you, please feel free to subscribe. I do these every week now. I'm trying to do them every Tuesday. So look forward to the next one that comes out next week. And if you feel like you got a good message, there went one of my chickens, so I would say here they come, then, give the video a thumbs up,
subscribe to my channel for sure. For sure, subscribe to the channel. Give it a thumbs up, and if you would like to leave a donation or sew into my channel, then I will put Cash App information below, and I will see you all again here next time. Take care. Namaste.